Alright, we are back for game 3 of this Standard Peasant event in round 1. Dewey, Utah, and I are tied, one game each. I'm playing mono black, he is playing mono red. So let's take a look at my opener. I open with one lander. This was kind of an interesting choice. Obviously, having one land is pretty risky here, but if I draw one more land, that turns on both Doom Blades and the Highborn Ghoul, plus a Duress in hand. This is a little bit borderline, but I think I am gonna, well, no, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back. I thought I'm in retrospect that might have been worth keeping, but I did go ahead and mulligan on that one, and this is worse. Would have taken that one over this one. Gonna mulligan again, and this one's not great, but it is keepable, so I will keep on that. Definitely not looking so good for me here, having to mull down to 5. We'll go and open with a Duress. Alright, so basically he's got all burn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different burn spells in his hand, plus this Krinkos command. I'm going to go ahead and take the Krinkos command just because the burn spells, there's not enough here to actually kill me, and he'll probably hold on to them to use them against my creatures. But if I take this away, I really prevent him from doing a lot of damage over time. Obviously, with just a Highborn Ghoul in hand, I'm going to have a real hard time keeping creatures off of me. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and take. And hopefully that will keep me safe. Hopefully he won't draw into a creature. No turn, play 2, and I draw another land, which is about the worst thing I could draw here. Go and run that Highborn Ghoul out. Kind of expected it to get removed, and apparently that doesn't seem to be the case. I'll draw into a Singular Vampire, which is I pretty much know is going to die, and I'm a little bit away from that anyway, but see if my opponent's going to kill me. No, he's going to go and just use Thunderbolt on me. Interesting choice. So he's probably not drawing into creatures and is probably going to have to just try to burn me out, which I'm certainly fine with. Unfortunately, draw yet another swamp, but I'm going to just continue to swing in. Yeah, he didn't kill it again. I kind of expect him to at any minute to go ahead and kill it. Alright, and he finds a Gutter Snipe, which, given what he has in hand, I'm going to go ahead and immediately remove. I don't think there was any way for me to avoid that trigger, but it might have been worth it to play Doomblade first, because obviously removing it now doesn't make any difference. So he kills that, does get a little bit of value out of his card, but again has no creatures on the board. Draw into a Quag Sickness, which I can't do anything with yet. Obviously he's got one more, let's see, he still has 2 more Thunderbolts in hand, which is the only thing that can hurt the Singular Vampire, so I may be able to bait those out. Let's just see what happens. So he's got an Erdwall Ripper, which I'm going to have to take a hit from, but that's not a big deal. See if he has a follow-up play. He doesn't. So here I will go ahead and just Quag Sickness that thing, get it off the table, pass the turn back. My opponent also has no play, and I draw into a Bloodhunter Bat. I'm going to go ahead and play that out. Again, just hoping to draw the removal out of his hand. Probably will get Thunderbolted here. Okay, he did not. So he just waited and went ahead and pillared it, so it would go to my graveyard. That is fine. Here I will just go ahead and play the Scarecrow. Again, going to try to hold on to this for as long as possible so he's not able to kill it. So he's going to Thunderbolt me again. So I've now pulled 2 of the 3 Thunderbolts out of his hand. I believe he has 1 more. So here he does find a Krinkos command finally, but I have the one-eyed Scarecrow to kind of help me up. And draw into a Nighthawk, which I'll go ahead and... oh, I see. No, I'm going to go ahead and play at the Singular, because now if he kills that, I've still got the Vampire Nighthawk in hand. So let's see what he's able to do here. Attacks in, not going to block with a Vampire, since it would turn on his ability to use something like Stagger, or not Stagger Shock, but Searing Blaze. So kill one of his goblins. Oh, you know what though? That may have turned on. Did he play out? I don't think he did. So I'm going to get Brimstone Volleyed here. Yeah, so he does go ahead and take out the Singular. But hopefully now I've run him out of removal. I am going to go ahead and play out the Bloodhunter first though. Again, would like to keep that Nighthawk alive if at all possible, so we'll hold on to it till the end. See what my opponent's able to do. He does have a Pillar to take out the Nighthawk. And I draw into a Corrupt, which will be really good. I'm going to need another mana. But I'll go ahead and drop the Vampire Nighthawk. Hope he doesn't have removal for it. Unfortunately, he does have another Thunderbolt to take it out. And draw into a Hunted Fingraph, which is nice, because now I can go ahead and Corrupt, gain a little bit of life, dropping him to 7, and feeling pretty good about where this game's going now. Find a Quag Sickness, which obviously here doesn't do a whole lot for me. See what I can pull out of my graveyard. Unfortunately, I just pull a Highborn Ghoul, which is definitely not what I want. But it is something I can go ahead and cast, so we'll do that. And something you'll have a harder time dealing with. Oh, and he's got a Curse. So now I've really got to hurry. Now I've just pretty much got to keep flinging in there. And at the end of the turn, he does go ahead and pillar the Ghoul, keeping me from attacking, which, considering he has the Curse in play, is definitely a good move for him. And I draw into a land, which is really unfortunate, but I've got it'll be a long time before this kills me. Hopefully I can draw better than he can. So he does have another gutter snipe, but I will kill that at the end of turn. See, he's probably going to brimstone me here, which he does, and does 7 damage out of it. That's pretty good. Dropping me to 9. I will go ahead and Quag Sickness the gutter snipe here. And next turn I'll be able to start getting in with that Dead Reveler. And he has an Erd Wall, but he can't attack with it, so that's fine. I dropped to 8. We'll go ahead and kill off the Erd Wall, swing in with the Dead Reveler, which he can't do anything about, and then I can drop the Highborn Ghoul as well. So now I'm looking pretty decent here. See if he's got a creature to follow up. He finds another Gutter Snipe, which is fine, but won't do him a lot of good with no creatures in hand. Here, if I attack with both, he actually has to chump with this one, so this will hit for 2, and he has to chump here, which is pretty nice. So he blocks that one, and it dies, and now I've got 2 more on the board, and there's nothing else he can do. It drops me to 6, but I can just go ahead and swing in here for the win. And that's how that went. So yeah, that was round 1. It was pretty close, but all the life gain stuff that was in this deck definitely prevailed. Hope you enjoyed watching. In closing, let me remind you, you can keep up with all my writings and articles by following me on Twitter at the username gwyned42. That's GWYNED and the number 42. I also regularly publish articles over at puremtgo.com. Search for me by the username gwyned on that site, or find the link in the description of this video. I also maintain a blog now at writeradept.blogspot.com, and you can also find that in the description. Finally, if you enjoyed these videos, please remember to subscribe to my channel and post any feedback or comments. Thanks for watching.